What if I told you that some ordinary-looking coins could be worth up to £60,000? That's right, hidden in change, tucked away in jars, or sitting forgotten in old collections. The top 3 rarest and most valuable UK Elizabeth coins ever struck. From shocking minting errors to coins collectors dream of owning, these treasures will leave you speechless. Stay tuned, you won't believe how much. One of the rarest treasures in modern numismatics, the 1971 UK Elizabeth V New Pence era coin. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of this extraordinary coin. We'll uncover its history, reveal the minting errors that make it worth a fortune, and take a look at real auction records where collectors. So stick with me until the very end of this video, because by the time we're done, you'll be racing to check every 5p coin you've ever owned. The story of decimalization. To understand why the 1971 5 New Pence coin is so important, we need to go back to the late 1960s. For centuries, Britain's currency had been based on an ancient system: pounds, shillings, and pence. There were 12 pennies in a shilling, 20 shillings in a pound, and 240 pennies made a full pound. It worked, but it wasn't easy. For shopkeepers, bankers, and everyday people, calculations were confusing and time-consuming. By the 1960s, it was clear that Britain needed a simpler, modern system. The errors that make it valuable. So what exactly makes a 1971 5 New Pence coin worth £62,000 to £77,000? Wrong planchet errors. Coin struck on the wrong blank. For example, a 5p struck on a smaller or larger planchet meant for a different denomination. Mule errors. A coin struck with mismatched dies. Imagine the reverse showing the thistle of the 5p, but the obverse showing the wrong monarch portrait or a mismatched design. Off-center strikes. Coins where the design is shifted, leaving a blank crescent of metal on one side. Double strikes. Coins struck more than once, creating blurred or ghosted images. Transitional errors. Rare cases where old designs or old metals were mistakenly used during the changeover to decimalization. How to identify a rare 1971 era 5p. So, how do you know if your coin is one of the valuable ones? Start with the standard specifications. Weight 5.65 g. Diameter 23.59 mm, metal cupro nickel. Design crown thistle with New Pence. Now, look for anything unusual. Wrong weight. If the coin is heavier or lighter than 5.65 grams, it could be struck on the wrong planchet. Wrong size. A coin that doesn't fit the standard 23.59 mm diameter may be an error. Odd coloring. A yellowish, bronze, or silvery shine could signal the wrong metal. Striking errors. Doubling in the text, New Pence, off-center designs, or missing features. Sound test. Some collectors tap coins gently against wood. A wrong metal error often produces a higher pitched ring. If your coin doesn't match the official Royal Mint specifications, it's worth having it checked by professionals. Auction sales records and value. Now, let's get to the part everyone's waiting for, the money. The rarest 1971 era 5p coins have smashed records at auction. A confirmed wrong planchet error sold for £62,000. Another, with a mule strike combining mismatched designs, fetched an astonishing £68,000. And the most spectacular sale yet, a pristine condition example with multiple striking errors, went under the hammer for a jaw-dropping £77,000. Just think about that for a second. A coin designed to be worth 5 pence is now valued higher than a luxury sports car. That's the power of rarity, history, and collector demand. Why collectors pay so much? Why would someone pay nearly £80,000 for a small, common-looking coin? Historical significance. Decimalization was one of the biggest changes in British money history. Coins from that first year carry extra weight. Extreme rarity. Only a handful of true 1971 5p errors are known to exist. With billions of standard coins struck, the odds of finding one are vanishingly small. Condition. Collectors pay the most for coins in top condition, especially those certified by grading services. Prestige. For high-end collectors, owning one of the rarest decimal coins in existence is a matter of pride. Together, these factors create a perfect storm, and that's why values soar into the £62,000 to £77,000 range. What to do if you find one? If you think you found a rare 1971 5p era coin, here's what to do: don't clean it. Even gentle polishing can destroy thousands of pounds of value. Handle with care. Always hold coins by the edges. Weigh and measure. Use a jeweler's scale and caliper. Seek authentication. Send it to a grading service like NGC or PCGS. Their certification adds credibility and boosts auction value. Sell through a major auction house. This ensures serious bidders compete, driving the price as high as possible. Handled correctly, your coin could break into the record books as the next £77,000 sale. We're diving deep into the story of the 1971 era UK Elizabeth II New Pence coin. A coin born at a turning point in British currency history, a coin that holds secrets of minting mistakes, and a coin that might just be sitting unnoticed in someone's drawer, waiting to change their life forever. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to reveal exactly which errors to look out for, the shocking auction values, and why this could be one of the most valuable coins in Britain's decimal history. The background: the year was 1971, and the United Kingdom was undergoing a massive financial transformation. The old currency system of pounds, shillings, and pence, which had been in use for centuries, was about to be scrapped in favor of a simpler decimal system. On February 15, 1971, known as Decimal Day, the UK officially switched to this new system. With it came a brand new range of coins, including pence coins. The 2 new pence coin was part of this first wave. It was minted in bronze, weighed 7.12 grams, had a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, off-center strikes, £14,000 to £18,000. Die cuts error, £20,000 to £23,000. Wrong planchet errors, £25,000 to £29,000. Why error coins are worth so much? So, why would anyone pay thousands or even millions for a tiny bronze coin? Rarity: billions of ordinary coins exist, but only a handful of error coins survived. Desirability: collectors love coins that tell a story, and error coins represent history's little moments. Condition: the better the condition, the higher the price. A pristine uncirculated error coin can sell for 10 times more than a worn one. In short, error coins are like fingerprints: each one is unique, and uniqueness equals big money. Real auction sales and values. Let's talk numbers, because this is where things get jaw-dropping. A dramatic off-center 1971 2p has sold for around £8,000. A clean double strike example crossed the £40,000 mark at auction. Proof errors from 1971 have fetched between £47,000 to £53,000, depending on condition. And while no confirmed £1,000,000 2p has yet been found, experts agree that if a major wrong planchet or unique die error surfaced, it could very well break into the hundreds of thousands or even £1 million or more. Think about that. A coin that most people ignored as pocket change could actually rival the value of a luxury home. How to identify a rare 1971 error 2p coin? If you've got a jar of old coins lying around, here's what to check for. Check the lettering New Pence. Is it doubled, faint, or misaligned? Inspect the Queen's portrait. Any doubling, off-center features, or ghost images, look at the feathers and crown. Errors often show missing details or blobs of extra metal. Check the rim. Thick rims, cracks, or missing edges can signal a valuable error. Weigh it. If the coin is unusually light or heavy, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. Pro tip: always examine coins under a magnifying glass or microscope. Tiny details could mean the difference between a £2 coin and a £20,000 coin. Final thoughts: the story of the 1971 era UK Elizabeth II New Pence coin is more than just about money. It's about history, chance, and the thrill of discovery born during the dramatic change of decimalization. This coin has become a symbol of how even the smallest mistakes can create legends. From simple off-center strikes worth a few £100s, to proof errors worth tens of thousands, to the dream of a £1,000,000 find, this little coin captures the imagination of collectors across the world. Today we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and exciting coins in British numismatic history, the 1971 era UK Elizabeth I New Penny. So stick with me until the very end, because we're going to uncover the hidden history, shocking values, and jaw-dropping stories of the 1971 New Penny era coins. By the time we're done, you might just be inspired to start checking every coin you come across. You never know what fortune might be hiding in plain sight. The background: to understand the importance of the 1971 New Penny, we first have to rewind to one of the biggest changes in modern British currency history: decimalization. On February 15, 1971, Britain said goodbye to the centuries-old system of pounds, shillings, and pence, and welcomed in a decimal system we still use today. This wasn't just a simple coin swap, it was a massive undertaking involving the creation of billions of new coins, each designed to ease the transition into the modern age of money. Off-center strikes: £2,000 to £4,000. Double strikes: £6,000 to £7,000. Die errors and cuts: £10,000 to £12,000. Why these errors are so valuable? But you might be wondering, why would anyone pay so much for a tiny bronze coin? The answer is simple: rarity plus demand. Billions of ordinary 1971 new pennies exist, but error coins, they're incredibly scarce. And when scarcity meets collector passion, prices soar. It's the same principle that has made certain American pennies, like the 1943 copper cent, worth millions. The UK market is slightly smaller, but growing rapidly. And as time goes on, fewer and fewer of these coins survive in good condition, making the best examples incredibly desirable. Collectors also love the human story behind error coins. They're physical reminders that even the strict royal mint isn't perfect. Each error is a unique fingerprint of history, something no ordinary coin can replicate. Real auction sales records. Let's get to the juicy part: values and sales records. A dramatic off-center 1971 new penny has sold for around £15,000 at UK auction. A clean double strike example fetched over £23,000 just a few years ago. Proof errors have broken into the £32,000 to £10,000 range, and while no confirmed £1,000,000 sale has yet occurred for a 1971 penny, experts agree that a discovery of a major wrong planchet error or unique die clash could easily push the value into 6 or even 7 figures. That means if you were lucky enough to stumble across such a coin in your collection, you could literally be sitting on a lottery ticket. How to identify a 1971 error new penny. Now, before you go rummaging through your jars of coins, let's cover a few quick tips on spotting valuable errors. Check the alignment. Is the queen's head or portcullis shifted off center? Look for doubling. Any ghosted images or doubled letters. Inspect the edges. Blobs, cracks, or thickened rims could signal a die error. Check the metal. Does the coin look too heavy, too light, or an odd color? Could be a wrong planchet. Proof coins. If you own a 1971 proof set, check closely for abnormalities and remember, condition matters. An error coin in pristine uncirculated condition can sell for 10 times more than one that's heavily worn. Final thoughts. So there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1971 error UK Elizabeth I new penny. Born out of one of the most important monetary transitions in British history, this little bronze coin has gone from pocket change to potential treasure. Whether it's an off-center strike worth a few £100s, a rare proof error worth thousands, or the dream discovery of a £1,000,000 mistake, these coins remind us of something truly magical, that hidden in the most ordinary of places, history and fortune can be waiting.